Donald Trump unveiled a slate of new economic plans Thursday, including the creation of a government efficiency commission that he said Elon Musk has agreed to lead if the former president is elected in November. At the suggestion of Elon Musk, who has given me his complete and total endorsement, I will create a government efficiency commission tasked with conducting a complete financial and performance audit of the entire federal government and making recommendations for drastic reforms, Trump said in remarks at the Economic Club of New York. "We need to do it. Can't go on the way we are now." Trump in his speech also outlined proposals aimed at further reducing the corporate tax rate and tackling government regulations, including those aimed at energy production. He also vowed to rescind all unspent funds from one of the key laws passed under the Biden administration, embraced cryptocurrency, and reaffirmed his plan to place sweeping tariffs on imports. Trump's Government Efficiency Commission proposal follows a recent conversation he had with Musk on X, during which the Tesla CEO suggested that the former president should create such a group in an effort to tackle inflation and appoint him to it. "I'd love it," Trump responded at the time. The Wall Street Journal first reported on Trump's economic proposals, which come just days before he and Vice President Kamala Harris face off Tuesday in Pennsylvania for their presidential debate. Harris has recently released a slew of economic proposals, including measures aimed at aiding small businesses and at making housing, groceries, child-rearing, and healthcare more affordable for the middle class and working Americans. Trump said Thursday he would reduce the corporate tax rate to 15% from 21%, but only for companies that make their products in the US. If you outsource, offshore, or replace American workers, you are not eligible for any of these benefits. In fact, you will pay a very substantial tariff when a product comes in from another country, the former president said in his speech. Trump has said repeatedly that he's interested in lowering the corporate levy further than the 21% rate put in place by his 2017 tax law, one of the signature achievements of his administration. Prior to the law, the corporate tax rate was 35%. The former president has argued that reducing the rate, along with making other provisions of the tax law permanent and enacting additional tax cuts, would grow the economy, raise revenue, and cut the deficit. However, the economic effects of the 2017 law remain a matter of debate among experts, and slashing the rate that low could prove a hard sell in Congress, which would have to approve the measure amid concerns about the rising federal debt. But Trump also pointed to his proposed Government Efficiency Commission as a way to reduce government spending. As the first order of business, this commission will develop an action plan to totally eliminate fraud and improper payments within 6 months, he told the audience. This will save trillions of dollars. Trump and congressional Republicans have long pointed to combating waste, fraud, and abuse as ways to save the federal government money. But that refrain is often an excuse to do nothing, said Mark Goldwyn, Senior Policy Director for the Committee for a Responsible Federal Budget. The commission would also have to be given a broad mandate to review the largest federal spending programs, Social Security, Medicare, and defense, to be most effective, Goldwyn said. Trump on Thursday proposed a ban on mortgages for undocumented immigrants in an effort to address housing affordability. The impact of what he described as a flood of illegal aliens on pushing up housing costs can't be ignored, the former president said. Undocumented immigrants, however, make up a tiny portion of the mortgage market. In 2023, only 5,000 to 6,000 mortgages were made to holders of individual tax identification numbers, according to a recent Urban Institute report. Those who are not legally authorized to work in the U.S. obtain ITINs to file taxes since they are not eligible for Social Security numbers. Other ways Trump said he would make housing more affordable included getting rid of regulations that increase costs, with the goal of cutting the cost of a new home in half, and opening up some federal land available for large-scale housing construction in low-tax, low-regulation zones. He said falling interest rates would send mortgage rates down to 3% or even lower, which would make financing less expensive for homebuyers. Think about COVID. That's the type of situation you would need to get gasoline under $2, Andy Lepo, president of consulting firm Lepo Oil Associates, told NYC in a phone interview. You would need a significant economic downturn across the world, including in the US, that substantially and negatively impacts demand. You need oil at $40.